when I'm talking with someone about God's plan for their life or God's desire for their life or the path they should follow, and they begin to tell me, Pastor Chris, I've prayed about this. I have searched Scripture. I have sought wise counsel. I have prayed to God about this, and God is telling them exactly what they want to hear. God has confirmed exactly what they thought to be true. I gotta be honest, I'm usually skeptical. I'm not saying they're wrong, okay? I'm just saying I question whether or not they're listening to God. I wonder, are they telling God what they want, seeking confirmation from Scripture and seeking affirmation from people, and then asking God's blessing on what they've already decided to do? Because, see, my experience with discerning God's plan and God's path is usually not like that at all. Maybe I'm doing something wrong, but mine's not like that. Because the prophet Isaiah tells us God's ways are higher than our ways. God's thoughts are higher than our thoughts. So given my human condition, my sinfulness and my selfish nature, I can usually take my natural inclination or initial reaction or gut feeling, and I can do something different because God's ways are higher than my ways. I don't think like God. Most often when I seek the wisdom of God, you know what I discover? God's telling me something I don't want to hear. God is asking me to do something I don't want to do. Or God is asking me to go somewhere that I don't want to go. Why? Because God's ways are not mine, and God's thoughts are not mine. They're higher, they're bigger, they're grander, and God's plan for me is probably better than my plans for myself. Because God sees what I don't. Listening to God matters. So how do you learn to discern the voice of truth? Most often, hearing God's voice begins with waiting.